The pandemic may have slowed things, but it hasn't grounded all the work NUAIR is doing to advance drone technology here and in the Mohawk Valley. It's getting us closer to deliveries from the air right to our doorstep. The new head of NUAIR tells me there's a very good reason why he took this job.
There's still a lot of work to be done here, but I think this area and the infrastructure and the assets that it has is like none other in the U.S., which means it's like none other in the world because the U.S. leads this whole space.
One of NUAIR's primary missions right now is to commercialize its one-of-a-kind 50-mile test corridor from Rome to Syracuse, a critical piece of its drone test site at Griffith Airport, one of only 7 FAA-approved sites of this kind in the country.
We're doing these tests and we're flying these operations to be able to get to that point that we can start commercializing those. Some of those our customers are willing to talk about. Some of those they're less willing to talk about because you can imagine there's a lot of secrecy around how people are achieving some of these things because that's the secret sauce. How do you get it across that goal line?
Part of that is the recent completion of NUAIR's Phase 2 test of its traffic management system for the FAA, a virtual digital highway for drones.
You got multiple drones. Who has the priority? Who has the right of way? Is it law enforcement? Is it a manned aircraft? Is it somebody carrying potentially an organ or some sort of pharmaceutical along those ways?
In January, SUNY Upstate tested the delivery of COVID test kits from the hospital to a location in Syracuse. A look into the future, which may be closer than you think.
That's the thing that was most appealing to me is very few of the other test sites that NUAIR essentially competes with have all these assets, a corridor and an actual airport and test site. You have all those capabilities and you have the support of the community.
Now, the FAA, for its part, has also within the past couple of months approved regulations to make easier for safely flying drones like over people and what they call remote ID, basically a digital license plate so drones can be tracked if they're flying in restricted ways or areas they're not supposed to.